It's June! No, it isn't. By the time of recording this, it's still May 26th. But, I can never predict when these are made. It's June! Pride Month is back, woohoo! Now, if you are living under a rock and somehow don't know what Pride Month is, let me just explain. It takes place in June, and is a month where advertisers, businesses, and everyone else comes together to, celebrate? Honor? Wait, what are we meant to be doing here? Well, I guess that's the issue. I don't know either. For the longest time, Pride Month never really made sense to me, rather than just remembering that the rainbow flag people exist. So, I decided to start conducting some research for two main reasons. So number one is that I can 100% guarantee you that there are people out there that are wondering the same thing I am. And number two, as someone who's actually part of the community, it's probably best if I knew what it was anyway. So I did some research. And found out, yeah, turns out this whole thing was because of some riots. Just in the United States? Why is the United States the only thing that really matters? America! Other countries exist! Yeah, I basically got absolutely no answers. Why is it an entire month? Why does it have to be United States alone? Wait, does this mean that countries like Iran and Afghanistan make LG legal in different months? Does that mean we're gonna have multiple Pride months? Also, I can nearly guarantee that no one's gonna be celebrating this month because of this reason. That still leaves me with questions. Like, are we honoring them? Or are we celebrating them? Or is this just one of those marketing schemes where, ooh, look, rainbows in June, market, give us your money. So I decided to step away from Google and Google Scholar and take a trip in the real world to get people's opinions on the matter. Now, I'm sure we all know Twitter's feelings on opinions, so everyone that took the survey is going to go completely nameless. So if you're a Twitter user currently watching this video, if there's an opinion you don't like, shut your stupid. If you're gonna be mad at anyone, be mad at me, because I'm the one hosting this thing. Please don't go after anyone after this. Yeah, see you in a few days.
One eternity later.
Hi. A little bit of complications. Progress on a hold. In short, that took way too long, and I wanna die. Responses have been counted, tallied, and analyzed. Massive thank you to everyone who did the survey. You know who you are. Again, please don't start going after people for this. Also, don't mind if I just naturally start sounding like Nara Red. The survey consists of 4 questions. The first one asking, are you part of the LGTV 4K Full HD? This is done to see which opinions are coming from who. I didn't ask them to elaborate because I thought it would be too personal. Also, I wasn't entirely sure why it would be important in the first place. We managed to get a somewhat even amount of participants from each team, and while some of the answers were well expected, most of the answers were actually quite surprising and diverse. Question 2 asks, what does Pride Month mean to you? If it means nothing, just say nothing. As you would expect, the majority votes on Team Straight was, well, absolutely nothing. A few even took a shot in the dark to try and guess what it means. There were some quote-unquote wholesome ones, like celebrating one's individuality, and some just decided to go all in and go completely toxic. Forced to honor non-existent struggles. Guys, you're gonna get me cancelled. And as you can imagine, for Team LG, there wasn't much diversity there either, all pretty much saying the same thing, just with different wording. Month of Pride, month of freedom. There are 2 noticeable things to call out here, one saying that it didn't really mean much to them, and that someone was me, and another saying that it's been gradually losing its meaning over time. It hasn't been elaborated on, so I can't really tell why they think this, so I'm just gonna skip over it. Question 3 is, why do you think Pride Month is important? We'll start off with Team LG because it's the most wholesome and least diverse. Pretty much the majority of responses all boil down to being content with oneself and to stop hiding, which is completely fair. To an LG member, because Team Straights have a different idea, this is where the diversity really starts to kick in. A decent chunk of them said something that boiled down to celebrating their rights, one even elaborating, saying to look past social norms. But again, a decent sized chunk of straights said that it just wasn't important. Why, you may ask? Well, one answer said it best. Face shover. To an LG member, this is a month of freedom and pride, but they still make up quite a small portion of the population. To everyone else, it can come across as unnecessary banter, especially if they don't personally know someone that's part of the community. Question 4 asks, has Pride Month affected you in any way? Yeah, pretty much everyone from both teams just said no. One saying that they're forced to celebrate it at some time. Like, sure, if you're forced to celebrate it, I can understand why you're being annoyed by it. Some even saying that it overlaps with their birthday, and to all the LG members that think it sounds really selfish, let me just put it in a non-controversial example. Let's just say you're born in December, and you're looking forward to your special birthday in that month. Is your siblings and friends excited for this month for that reason? Of course not. It's completely overshadowed by Christmas. Why did I say it that way? Christmas. Your birthday, your special day, can, and in some cases will, get overlooked by a completely different holiday. And to some, that can even be quite saddening, so I understand why someone feels this way. Team LG just said no with not much elaboration, one person just saying the market, and surprisingly, this is the only mention of the markets they've seen. Does this cross out the marketing scheme theory? No. But it does start to fade out the theory. Question 5 was more just for fun, and asks, without googling the answer, do you know what Pride Month is about? This was mainly done so I could see if I could get an answer like Google's, and I surprisingly didn't. Pretty much everyone on Team Straight said the exact same thing, and some just didn't know at all. And Team LG just said things along the line of celebrating being free. Pretty much one person on Team LG mentioned history. The closest answers I got to the one that Google gave me about suppression came from the friggin' Straight team. And not once did I see anyone mention riots. Google, you absolute scam. One day Netscape Navigator will save us. So, what did we learn from this? I'm not entirely too sure, but using the information provided to me, here's my take on Pride Month. Pride Month isn't exactly a traditional holiday, but more acts as like a safe space for people who feel like they've been hiding themselves from society, fearing things like rejection simply because their preferences don't match with everyone else's. It's a month that doesn't really have a one-to-one meaning, like Christmas being the birth of Christ, Easter being the death of Christ, and Halloween being the... Wait, what's Halloween about again? Well, I'll see you all in October, I think. Rather, it's a month to be interpreted by many people. And of course there's gonna be really outgoing and shove-it-in-your-face LG members that people get annoyed of. But that's not the month's fault, that's just some of the people. As long as we have freedom of speech, people are gonna use it. If you're a member, then you know what it means, great. Use this month to get out into society. If you don't know, or just don't care, that's okay too. Just probably stay away from TikTok in this month, it's the... And to show you that this is a safe haven, I'm gonna come out right now. Yeah, I'm air ace. It doesn't really take that much willpower to get out there. Anyway, that's my take on June. Did we learn anything whatsoever? No.